Hey everybody, Logan here. Massive news. Massive news. This wasn't the video I had planned today, but a friend of mine sent me this, hey, you should see this. And I was like, what? And that's the news I woke up to this morning, and I'm like, wow, okay. Change the video schedule up and put this news out. This is nuts. We know Sony and Microsoft are on this spree of purchasing companies, I guess, to try to pull up the game exclusives on Microsoft's behalf, but game studios that they own that become, I guess that would be second and third party studios, depending on how they're structured. Some even become third, but usually second or third party studios. But wow, I did not see this coming. I had no clue this parent company of this massive developer was for sale. That is From Software. Sony has purchased, well, as of this morning, was in talks, but now I got an image. I can't seem to find it online, but it was sent to me directly. My friend who works for Microsoft, they're not too happy about this. They're not too happy at all. So I got this this graphic, and well, it's a title card. But wow, so I had to do some looking online and to see who had the most updated article with the most updated news. Some was as early as as late as 5 or 6 hours ago. This one, as of recording, was just about 45 minutes. I'm still waiting to see if they put anything else out as of this recording. As of recording right now, it's 10:41 a.m. Eastern. There's been no trailer or anything or official announcement by Sony besides a leaked image, which is the title card. Now, by the time I finish recording this and upload, things might change. But as of right now, it looks like Sony has purchased. Let's look at the article. The article comes from Insider Gaming. There you go. Most of the sites I found weren't the big journo sites weren't updated. So this is the only one that I could find that was updated, and it says November 19th, which is today, but everything else would be today. So it says Sony in talks to buy From Software's parent company, report claims. This says in an exclusive report published by Reuters, it was claimed that Sony is in talks to purchase Kadokawa, the corporation that owns the majority of From Software, the developer of Elden Ring and Armored Core. It was claimed in the report that Sony wants to acquire the media powerhouse and that a deal could be signed in the coming weeks. Despite the claims being corroborated by two trusted sources close to Reuters and the deal, both Sony and Kadokawa have declined to comment. Another bag. Sony is reportedly looking to acquire From Software's parent corporation, Kadokawa. The claim comes hot off the press from Reuters in an exclusive report, and it comes just a few months after From Software released Shadow of the Erdtree, an expansion so good it's being considered for Game of the Year at the upcoming The Game Awards. Okay, there's a lot with that statement right there. It should not be. It's a DLC. We talked about it last night on Ready to Start podcast. Go check that out. No one thinks DLC should be Game of the Year, and plus, the Game Awards has zero credibility. They're just nonsense. If you want an actual Game Awards, go to therealgameawards.com. Check that out. Those are real. Voted on by gamers. By people who actually care about video games, not corporation and journo shill outlets or whatnot. I digress. Presently, Kadokawa owns a 70% stake in From Software, and Sony has around 14% share. Rolling it up, Sony already has a 2% stake in Kadokawa Corporation, but other gaming titans like Tencent also own a piece of the company. Kadokawa's history stretches back to 1945, when the company was founded as a publisher of books and magazines, before expanding to cover video games in the 1990s. From Software has been operational since 1986, when it was founded to create business software like Kadokawa. From Software turned to video games in the 1990s. So yeah, that's a little backstory. Now, if this all turns out to be true, none of the other articles I found really went into depth and said much more. But this is developing. Again, a friend of mine who still works for Microsoft says they're abuzz. They're talking about it as we speak. Microsoft's not happy about it. But look what Microsoft did. They snatched up Bethesda. They snatched up Activision Blizzard. And the thing is, with the rumor of Elder Scrolls 6 not coming to PlayStation, what would Sony do? Sony purchased Bungie in a mistake. We all found out that was a mistake because they ended up laying off so many people, and well, Bungie just isn't the Bungie of old. They're not the original Halo Bungie. But hey, even Halo isn't what it is. That 343 and now Halo Studios are all run by stupid people. We'll just put it that way. The franchises have been run into the ground, whether you were talking about Halo or Destiny. So Bungie, not the best acquisition, but hindsight's 2020, right? This one is a different story. Being a Japanese developer, hopefully Sony decides to pivot back to where, what made them popular, what made them money. Japan. Being Japanese focused, Japanese oriented was, I think, in my opinion, a much smarter move by Sony back in the day because they had a lot more games, a much more storied history, if you will, of franchises that came out of the East instead of the West. Right now, they just keep pushing out the same 4 games over and over, but this could definitely help. Adding games like, hey, even though I'm not a fan, Elden Ring or any of the Souls games, Dark Souls, come on, and especially the Armored Core franchise. If you guys know anything about video games going back to PlayStation, you know that's been a franchise that's been around for quite some time. And it was a PlayStation pretty much exclusive for a while there. But to now see them being solely on PlayStation hardware, that's big. That's big. The only thing I could see from here on out, or maybe just crystal ball, there you go, looking into the future, Microsoft is going to retaliate. They're going to do something. They did just buy Activision Blizzard. I think what we're going to see is some Sony franchises. Hey, they might go, hey, you know what? That Spyro game? Yeah, we're gonna bring it out. Crash? You know what? But we're gonna bring that out again. Xbox only. Xbox only. So it'll be on PC, your phone, your tablet, what have you. This is not good for Microsoft. It is bad. It is very bad. With everything that the negative news that's really been spun by Microsoft themselves with the everything's an Xbox ad and just the what feels like abandoning hardware and physical gamers. Sony just kind of went, all right, you know what? Hold my beer. We're going to fix this. Maybe Sony sees the writing on the walls. Maybe they're shifting back to that Eastern development. Because look at Wukong. Look at Stellar Blade. Those games sold. Now going and acquiring From Software. Whew. Yeah. Smart move. That's all I can say. A smart move. Whether you like the games or not, they sell. Smart move, Sony. Let's see where this goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless you all. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.